Hi everyone, it is Hanan from I Deserve Couture, and as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about the Met Gala 2023. We're not going to be talking about my hair because I tried to make it work. It doesn't work. Let it go. There's going to be a lot to cover, so I suggest take a drink, take food, take snacks, take something. There's going to be a lot. Now, before we get into it, I do want to make sure that you subscribe to the channel because you want to hear this voice while you're doing something else or washing dishes or answering emails and completely ignoring the fact that I'm wearing this Emmy pair shirt. But that's fine, so make sure you subscribe. So we have to get into this video. Just a few words for the people that are not familiar with the Met Gala. Met Gala is actually a fundraising event, and it raises the money for the benefit of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. Say that 3 times in a row, it is impossible. I think that the general public cares more about the red carpet than the event itself, because they think when the red carpet is done, it's done, but there is a whole event going on in the museum. There is a heavy focus on the red carpet, which brings a lot of publicity. The publicity also known as the elixir of life for Anna Wintour. So why am I mentioning Anna? She sets up the table, she polishes the china, she waters the plants. I'm kidding, she's not doing any of those. But she is in charge of the event. The Met Gala has been for such a long time. It started in 1948 by Eleanor Lambert, and it was just a dinner, and the price for the dinner was $50. Compared to today, which is not $50, but it's more like $30,000. You know, just a small change, it's fine. Fast forward to the 70s, Diana Vreeland takes over the event, targets socialites and celebrities. Come 1995, Anna Wintour and her Bob take over the event, and it becomes the Met Gala as we know it today. I do think that the Met Gala under Anna Wintour became the event of the year. I mean, because of her, because of the social media, you know, it is this whole thing event. It's like the Oscars, Grammys, Emmys, and Tonys in one, but fashion. Same amount of Botox, no awards though. This is the event that we wait for the whole year, and if you're probably watching this, you are waiting for it for the whole year. I'll get us a therapist. So when is Met Gala happening? Met Gala is always first Monday in May, and this year it is on the 1st of May. So let's talk about the Met. The theme for the night is in honor of Karl being Karl Lagerfeld. The Met Gala as the event celebrates the opening of the exhibit. And this year the name of the exhibit is called Karl Lagerfeld, A Line of Beauty, and it's going to celebrate his work in fashion, and it's going to include, I think, 150 pieces throughout his fashion history. Karl's resume is one of the best out there. I mean, he worked at Balmain, at Tattoo, Fendi, Chloe, had his own label, Chanel. That is a busy woman right there. Personally, I have high hopes for this Met Gala. I'm not a huge fan when the theme is a specific designer. I prefer when it's a concept. Some of these celebrities, to be honest, have a really hard time getting the theme, and when you tell them that it's a specific designer, they just like don't know what to do in most of the cases. I prefer when it's a concept because there is more creativity, there is interpretation of the concept. Like when the concept is camp or heavenly bodies, there is so much room for interpretation, and everybody comes up with their own idea, which is beautiful. We want that. Yay. Even though they find a way to mess up that concept also, but we're not going to get into that. So when I heard that the theme is Karl, my first thought was everybody's going to show up in tweed and call it a day, and they probably will. But that's why I'm here. With all that being said, I do have to address one more thing, and it is my opinion of the theme. I'm not happy that they're honoring Karl Lagerfeld, to be honest. Besides his contribution to fashion, this is somebody that we should not be glorifying. Karl Lagerfeld has so many controversies. You name them, he has it. I mean, the man was fatphobic. He was not a stranger to body shaming. One of the people he body shamed was Adele. He was Islamophobic. The immigrants during the war were also the target of his hate. Trust me, I can make a whole video about this. So I'm shocked to see that fashion is going to honor someone that had those type of views. There's a lot of great designers that we can honor that were not people like Karl Lagerfeld. Thierry Mugler is the first person that comes to my mind. But Anna Wintour was close to Karl, and she loved his point of view of fashion, and I think that's the reason why we're having this thing. I think that she was a little bit biased. When I say a little, I mean a lot. Just so you know. For right now, everything is set. They're focusing on his contribution to fashion, and that's it. So, I created a list of the things that I would love to see at the red carpet. Yes, I'm posting this few days before the Met Gala, and hopefully I'm going to edit it soon. I cannot promise anything. So Chanel is sponsoring the event, so I'm sure that they will want to make sure that everything is in a sign of Chanel. They're banking on the success of this event, so I think that there will be a lot of archival looks, which is great. We like that. Will there be archival looks? Yes. Will there be looks that don't make sense with the theme? Yes. So I'm going to break it down in a few sections. First, dresses I want to see at the Met Gala. Second, I would love to see this combo segment. Third, zonzoe. The portion of the dresses that I would not want to see at the red carpet. Now, after the longest introduction I've ever done, let's get into these looks. The first dress I would love to see on the red carpet is actually a 2014 Couture fall collection. And it is actually a bridal look that closed the show. I think it's one of my favorite dresses of all times by Karl Lagerfeld. The model on the picture is actually good, and a little fun fact, she was 7 months pregnant. The interesting fact about this wedding dress is the material, because it is not very common for a wedding dress. The wedding dress is actually made out of neoprene. And if that sounds familiar, it is the same material that they use for diving suits. The huge advantage of this material is that you can easily sculpt it without having to sew it. Plus, the effect of neoprene leaves everything flat and perfect, flawless, no wrinkles, no nothing. According to the Chanel team, the wedding dress took 430 hours, while the medallion at the bust took another 18 hours. But besides this beautiful dress, the pièce de résistance is the cape, which is hand painted with beads and stones and embroidered on the top. And for a final work of 450 hours. The hat itself took 20 hours. Now I have to show off for a second. No, I do not own this dress, but I actually saw this dress in person. So back in 2016, the first time I ever went to a Met exhibit, it was the Manus Ex Machina, which was the man and technology exhibit. I would show you the pictures, but they're in my flip phone. Do you remember the flip phones, sis? And you know the qualities of those pictures. I mean, like, come on. Now, the dress was in the center of exhibit. And when I tell you this dress is 7 times more beautiful in person than it is on the pictures, the only difference is that the cape was a lot longer. Now, imagine this dress on the stairs of the Met Gala. It has a train that would photograph beautifully. And you know that there has to be a good train moment at the Met Gala. If there's no train moment, Met Gala did not even happen. Rihanna, Cardi, Blake, I rest my case. I think this would be such a great look because there was always a buzz about the Chanel bride. But the open neckline, the materials, the embroidery, all of this has good chances of becoming a great Chanel Met Gala look. Now, who should wear it? I would pick someone like Cara Delevingne, even though I don't know if she's gonna attend. I think she will. Cara Delevingne has been a Chanel girl. Karl loved her. I mean, when it was a Chanel show, it was a Cara show. But since he passed away, Cara only did the tribute, his last show, and then after that, she kind of became more of a Dior woman than a Chanel woman. I don't remember her being associated with Chanel recently, but I do think 99% that she's going to be at the Met. Next up on the screen, you are witnessing greatness. No, not me, but one of my top 3 models of all time. And she's wearing Fall Winter 1991 Chanel collection. And I want to see this. And I wasn't aware how beautiful this look is until I saw it on Twitter. And my friend Linda posted about it and said that she's manifesting this dress at the red carpet. And Linda, I am joining you in a manifestation. Let's make it happen. Hopefully the fashion gods are on our side. And also, if you want to make me and Linda happy, wear the bag kind of girdle that she has on her leg. It just completes the look. It gives it the edge that this dress needs. This is just a pretty dress. It is a beautiful dress, but that thing just gives it a little just a little like cherry on top. The whole sequin ombre effect from the top up and from the bottom down makes this look so much fun. And who can I see wearing this look? Jennie from Blackpink. I think that she would look amazing in this. It's fun, it's young, it's sexy, and out of all the Chanel ambassadors, this girl knows how to style Chanel. Be it old Chanel or new Chanel, this girl just gets it. She's definitely one of the people that I'm looking forward to see. Now, Karl had an amazing career. Most of the people will immediately associate Karl with Chanel, which is reasonable. But he did play key roles in other brands like Fendi and Chloe, and he had his own brand. I can barely make a YouTube video. This man had like 17 jobs. While his time at Chanel was very significant, I am expecting to see a couple of dresses from the other brands. Which brings me to the next look, and I will be very disappointed if this doesn't happen, but I do want to see any of the shower dresses from Chloe 1983 fall collection. This was an interesting time for Karl at Chloe. This time, Karl took over Chanel. And at this point, he was juggling, I think, 3 houses. So it was Chloe, Chanel, and Fendi. But this collection had a little bit of humor in it. But the blue dress with 2 taps pouring water down the back, or the beaded head shower dress with the water coming down the back. Oh my God, that was so cool. But imagine this on the red carpet with the over-the-shoulder look while the water is coming down their back. Now let's move on to the next dress. Many of the dresses that we saw are brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference. Put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it. That was a good Lady Gaga reference. But this next dress is literally a work of art. And I'm talking about this dress from 2019 Spring collection from Chanel. Now let me tell you something. If you ever have that friend that is like, oh my God, Couture, Why would somebody pay $100,000 for a dress? You take your phone, you put it in your left hand, and you slap them with the right. I'm kidding. You take your phone, you pull up this picture, and you show it to them. And you say, this is why you pay $100,000 for a dress. For me, it is funny to see this dress because I despise the length of this dress. But for this dress, I would not want it any other way. This whole collection was opulence of flowers, which were made in so many different ways. They were made out of feathers, hand-painted sequins, they were dried flowers dipped in resin, like these crazy techniques. His time at Fendi is a remarkable one. He started with the brand in 1965, before Chloe and Chanel. So when he passed away in 2019, he was with the brand for 54 years, Mary. 5-4, sister. Which means that this man produced over 100 Fendi collections. As someone who created Fendi as we know it, Karl is responsible for the famous Fendi logo, which allegedly took him 3 seconds to create, and that was back in 1965. But double F stands for fun fur. He also did the calligraphy logo, which I think that a lot of people don't know, and I think that he did that one in 1981. But his contribution to Fendi is a lot more than the logo. When it comes to fur, he used the techniques that fashion did not even know they exist. But I think that the Fendi also is so successful because of Silvia Venturini Fendi. Like, her eye for accessories and for clothes is just like on another level that I cannot even comprehend. One of my favorite Fendi collections were actually hers after Karl Lagerfeld passed away. Those 2 collections were mind-blowing. Now back to the Met Gala. For this one, I'm going to choose from my favorite Fendi collection, and that is from Fall 2017 Couture collection. And the looks that I'm suggesting are these 3, especially this one. Why? The silhouette. The round sleeve is so strong, and this is not the silhouette that I'm used to when it comes to Karl Lagerfeld. So if someone told me that Silvia Venturini Fendi had something to do with it, I would trust them, because Silvia's thing are the sleeves. Check out her menswear collections. She always changes the sleeves somehow. That is her big obsession. But this silhouette with this technique, this is fashion for me. And small elements of fur and flower fur, double sis. The other looks from this collection would be a beautiful surprise to see. But you do need a specific woman to carry these looks. For example, Tilda, Kate Blanchett, or Bjork, they would do these looks justice. Especially the purple egg-shaped cape. I can see Tilda in this. I don't know if Tilda's coming. I'm making it like she's definitely gonna be there. I have no idea. I do not see the guest list. But it's these women that don't rely on the body, but they rely on the silhouette more. Gorgeous. Okay, next look. Now, another look that I expect to see at the red carpet is this look worn by Lily Rose Depp. And this is from the Spring 2017 Couture collection, which in my opinion is definitely one of the top 5 best couture collections that Chanel did. Lily was actually closing this show. She was the bride. If you did not know, she is the daughter of Johnny Depp and Vanessa Paradis, who is also a Chanel woman. She's been with the brand for such a long time. And let me help you. The word that you're looking for, yes, it's nepotism. But Karl was always all about the nepo babies, to be honest. But that is a topic on its own. Now for the dress. Even though it's a bridal look, this does not look bridal to me. This is such a beautiful dress, and you can see why I would like to see it at the red carpet. What sells me on this look? Well, everything. Color, to the silhouette, to the shoulders matching the rest of the skirt. The belt also makes me like this dress even more, and I hate when they put a belt like that. Now, who can I see wearing this? Maybe Penelope Cruz. She loves these over-the-top gowns when it comes to Chanel. The gowns that like make her feel like a princess. If she wore this, she would look splendid in this. Since we're doing so much Chanel, we have to look at the other brands. So let's pick another piece from Chloe. So this one is very similar to the 1983 one, just because it came a year after, and this is Spring 1984. At this time at Chloe, there were a lot of speculations that Karl might be leaving the house, which came true because this was his last collection for Chloe. But it seemed to be the most fun one. There were a few collections towards the end of his time at Chloe that kind of touched up on the surrealism aspect. This one being one of them. His wit can be seen in these clothes. And on the jewelry, because you can see scissors on necklaces, threads on belts, pin cushions as bracelets. You get the gist. But the dress that I would love to see is the scissor dress. This is literally something that you can see at brands like Moschino today. But just know it's been around since 1984. So the next look that I want to see on the red carpet is Chanel, and it is 2010 Couture Spring Collection. And I'll go with any of these 3 looks. If anyone is brave enough and you're going to listen to me in the last minute, and I'm literally giving you 4 days, and I know that it's not realistic. If you're gonna wear any of these looks, please do heart-shaped cartoonish hair, because it just completes the look. If I had to pick my favorite from these three looks, I'm definitely going with the peach one. It is the combination of the draping dress and the top that's underneath. If you look at the dress, you see these embroideries that match the top. So it seems like there's a whole embroidered dress underneath this peach dress. It's like an optical illusion, so I love the whole concept behind it. The draping of this dress is chef's kiss. And this color is so gentle, it is so soft, it kind of calms your eyes. And I think we're going to need a lot of calming of our eyes when we see some of these looks. Now this look is the only look that I'm going to forgive if somebody wants to pay an homage to Karl's uniform with the tie. This look is actually, I'll give you a pass, but I'm not giving many passes. Now before you see this next look, I know how you will react. You will say that I'm crazy, that you can't believe that I would pick something so basic. Maybe you will be disappointed in me, but let me plead my case. Ready? Okay. Now these looks are from Chanel 1995 ready to wear spring collection. Now I know you're disappointed in my level of basicness, but the reason why I chose them is because they have a story. So when this show happened, the models came out on the shoulders of the male models. They were literally being carried down the runway. All of them had a white pants, black shirt, pearl necklace, and a headband. And they were all inspired by this picture of Coco Chanel herself. Here it is. This was a great way to pay tribute to Coco, so that is the only reason why I would love to see this look on the red carpet. I'm not sure that people are aware, but Karl was at Chloe twice, not just once. His first time at Chloe was mid-1960s, where he worked as a part of the team, and his first collection for Chloe was 1975-76, Fall collection, where he was the only designer. And he lasted at the house as a sole designer all until 1984, but he stayed at Chanel and Fendi. Chloe had a hard time finding the right pick for their brand. They tried with a designer called Guy Paulin, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, and Peter O'Brien, who had a really short time at the house. But the woman that came after them was called Martine Sibon, and she stayed there all until 1992. In 1992, Karl Lagerfeld comes back to Chloe and stays there all until 1997. So that was the second time that he was a designer of Chloe. The way that he ended his second time at Chloe really wasn't the best because the critics and the public didn't really like the collection. WWD said that the show was all over the place, and they also called it the Universe of Chaos because the set was trying to mimic the universe and the planets. He leaves Chloe. Stella McCartney is being hired as a designer for Chloe. So now that we know his history at Chloe, I have to pick one look from his second coming at Chloe. And it's going to be this beautiful piece that Naomi Campbell wore. And this is from spring 1995. The collection was heavy on lace, sequins, and beads, which you can see on Naomi's dress also. The butterfly effect is such a cute touch, while this color is flawless. Now, who can I see this wear? I'm gonna say Dua Lipa. Sorry, that is a professional deformation. But I think that she would definitely wear this look and give it the energy and life that it needs. Now for the next look. Well, funny how I found out about this look. So I never saw this look until I saw that movie where Lady Gaga crushed that Italian accent and sounded like a Russian version of an Italian woman. What was the name of the movie? Oh, House of Gucci. So while I was reading about Patrizia, I'm an Italian girl from New York, aka the ex-wife of Gucci that wanted to kill him, you know the whole story. I constantly saw this picture, and then later I found out that this dress is actually from Chanel, and it is their 1987 Fall Couture collection. And as you can see, Ines is wearing it and she looks flawless. The poofiness of the hips really sell this look. And the little bows on the shoulders really make a perfect addition to this dress. I don't know why, every time that I see a peach or pink dress on the red carpet of Chanel, I'm down for it. As you can see, Patrizia also wore it as Ines did with the black opera gloves, but Patrizia added a lot more stronger jewelry because I guess that was her signature move. Now, who can I see wear this look? Okay, don't kill me, but Kylie Jenner. There has been all of this talk, will Kardashians be there? They will definitely be there, at least I think so. But I think Kylie in this dress with an updo, she can give you this fantasy. Maybe the reason why she shouldn't wear it is because it can attract a lot of negative publicity. Patrizia Reggiani is not somebody that you want to be associated with because the last thing the Kardashians need is negative publicity at this point. Sisters had a rough year. But at the end of the day, this dress is just beautiful and I cannot ignore that fact. Humor me with this one, I'm gonna pick another bride. I know the theme is not the brides of Karl Lagerfeld, come on. But this look is so good that I cannot help it. Another bride that I would love to see is 2010 Fall Couture Collection bride. Fun fact, I was 20 when this happened. Time flies when you don't think about time. Ooh, That was a good quote, sis. But just look at this look and tell me you don't want to see it at the red carpet. The flower motif and the gold and white color combo make this one of the most beautiful Chanel brides I have ever seen. Is it very similar to the 2014? To some extent, just because of the color combination, but it's completely different. The thing that sells me on this look is the top over the dress. Also, whoever decides to wear this, if you want to impress me, and I know that you do, please make sure that your partner wears a tuxedo with a lion head. I would freak the out. And you can see Baptiste wearing the lion head here. If you're wondering why the lion, it is because Coco Chanel's zodiac sign was the lion. She was born on August 19, 1883, and she loved lions and she took it as a personal emblem. Even her tombstone, which she designed herself, has 5 lion heads on it. And now we're going to the second segment. Things that would be cool, but we don't know if they're going to happen. The speculation segment. Now, I know who I'm expecting to see, and I'm wondering who will wear what. One thing is sure, Anna Wintour is definitely going to wear Chanel. She always wears Chanel. It makes sense. So what will Anna wear? Anna has a lot of options, and I think that she has one of the best Chanel closets in the world, and I know what I want to see her in, and maybe I'm right. I'm betting my money, and I'm hoping that she wears this look from Karl's first collection for Chanel back in 1983. The black vintage Chanel dress with gold chain necklaces and pendants with colorful gems, this would look perfect on her because she has it. She wore this dress in 2022 to the White House and she looked flawless in it. So I think that it would be really cool if she took this dress again and wore it because of the sentimental value. She loved Karl. He had amazing pieces, but I think that she might want to honor the start of his career in Chanel. Next up, we have Cara. Now, there's one look that I always come back to when it comes to her. She had many great Chanel looks. Now, there's one look that I want her to wear, and the chances are very low since it's a lot more casual look. If you know it, you know it. I would love her if she wore the Chanel Fall 2014 opening look, which was the grocery store one. I know that it's very unlikely it's going to happen. It is too casual, but this is the image in my head when I think of Cara. This is one of the best shows as far as the accessories, concept, and set. Hands down. This look is stamped in my memory and there is no way you can erase it. Now, next up we have an accessory that I'm dying to see. And if anyone brings it, if anybody wears it, you are immediately a winner in my book. This accessory cleared my skin and blessed my soul. And yes, girl, I am talking about the hula hoop bag. And this was from Spring 2013 Chanel collection. As Dazed magazine said, this bag was a fashion meme before fashion memes were a thing. And me as a professional memer, I 100% agree with that. Now, if you're watching this video, and I hopefully will upload it before the Met Gala, because editing YouTube videos takes 2 days, I will tell you where you need to go to borrow this bag. Now, I'm warning you, you would not think that this person has that bag. Honestly, I was shooketh when I found out that this person has it. Girl, the boxer Floyd Mayweather. He has this bag. So back in 2019, Floyd Mayweather posted this video where he's showing off how much money he has, blah, 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 whatever. And there was the big Chanel hula hoop bag in the back. And he approaches the bag and says, "This is the biggest Chanel bag in the world. I got this bag from Karl Lagerfeld. Rest in peace." This bag went viral when it came out. It's crazy. So if anybody wears this bag, I would love you forever. Since we're talking about the iconic pieces by Karl Lagerfeld, it would be crazy to see this following look. And if anybody wears this look, I think Anna Wintour will throw you out of this event faster than you can say Karl Lagerfeld. I'm talking about the Chanel micro bikini. This would be a gag. This would be a gag. It is from the spring 1996. I don't want to show pictures because I don't know if YouTube is going to be like, okay, you cannot show that. Because if you know this bikini, how it fits, it doesn't cover anything. It basically covers, I'm gonna say 7% of your body, but it would be iconic. I know there's no way that anything like that is gonna happen, but it would be fun. Another look that I would love to see is from the early 2000s, and it always brings a smile to my face, and it is this look from Chanel 2002, ready to wear. Now, Karl was a master of marketing. This man knew what people are going to talk about, and he gave them that. But all of that wrapped in a Chanel bow. So I would love to see if anybody's going to bring back the motorcycle look. With the helmet, please. If you do not bring the helmet, do not bother. This look has been seen on the red carpet once from what I know, and it was Lil' Kim at the Grammys. Fun fact, she did not borrow this. She bought this. She owns this. I think it would be a beautiful homage to Karl Lagerfeld and Lil' Kim. I think the Lil' Kim is the most underrated fashion icon of our times because that woman changed the fashion industry and the way that we see clothes. Point blank period. Done. Now with that being said, there's a couple of things that I don't want to see, and I'll be quick. I spoke about this on my social media. First, and the most important thing, do not dare to cosplay. Don't. Fuera. If this crossed your mind at any point, don't. It is okay to reference, but I think when it comes to him, I think that everybody wants to see your version and your appreciation of his work. Yes, he has a signature look. I get that. That's cool. But at the end of the day, he had so many looks during his history, and his contribution to fashion is so huge. You cannot pick out of all of that and you have to go with his own look. For me, it doesn't make sense. We need more creativity than that. But honest to God, I would not be shocked if Karl Lagerfeld came dressed as Karl Lagerfeld. After the whole looking camp in the eye, I'm ready for everything. So if there's one thing that you're going to take from this video, please don't cosplay. We don't need it. It's fine. Leave it for somebody else. Second, please do not try to recreate anything Linda Evangelista did, because you will most likely fail. What Linda did is that she elevated this look to the levels that we cannot comprehend. I'm sorry, she embodies Chanel, she embodies every damn brand that she worked for. Yes, I am a Linda stan, and that woman was and will always be one of the most beautiful women out there. The last person that recreated one of her looks, actually I have to be fair, did a great job, and it was Cardi B. She was on SNL promoting her song Money, and this is the look that she recreated. And she looked great, but that is Cardi B. Not a lot of people are on her fashion level, so Cardi can pull it off. Third, please not this dress. It is from Spring 1992 Couture collection. Is it a beautiful dress? Yes. Are we tired of it? Yes. It is honestly one of the most beautiful dresses that he ever made. But we already saw this dress at the red carpet of the Met Gala. Back in 2019, Lily Rose Depp wore it to the camp. But after that, there were like smaller fashion brands that were trying to recreate this look. Sailor Pluto also wore this look. In the words of Nicki Minaj, zonzo it. Now, that is about it. I think we covered a lot of important dresses and the looks that I really do want to see. We also brushed up on our Chanel, Chloe, and Fendi knowledge. I will have a Met Gala video after the Met Gala, and I'll try to get that video out as soon as possible. Pinky promise. Thank you for watching all of this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and that's it. Stay amazing.